Right now, the snowfall winding down across southern Wisconsin. Will break down what is next in the forecast.
Also, we now know when Dane County Executive Joe Parisi will be retiring. We'll share those details.
And several local school districts were denied critical funding yesterday. We'll break down the areas that didn't get a referendum passed. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Here's a live look at the roads tonight. A much different picture from this time yesterday. The roads are clear now, but it's still windy and chilly and wet outside.
Yeah, not really feeling like April. The alert day is over. The snow will continue through tonight. For more, let's head over to meteorologist Jacob Madison with a look at your first warn forecast. Jacob?
Thanks, Eric. Now, before I talk about the snow, we kind of have a little bit of a breaking news right here. The National Weather Service has issued a flood watch and flood warning for parts of Greene and Rock County. So for the flood warning, this includes Turtle Creek at Beloit in Rock County, and this also includes Sugar River at Broadhead, which also affects Greene and Rock counties. Now, the flood watch, that's in effect until 7 p.m. Friday. According to the National Weather Service, the flood waters are at 10.1 feet and affect the property of a home on South Christian Road on the east side of the river in the Afton area. So just be prepared for possible flooding conditions in southern Rock County and also southeastern Greene County. I wouldn't be surprised if there are a few other flood watches or warnings that get issued. Now, turning to the snowfall, we are still seeing some snowfall across our area, but we aren't expecting to see any accumulation going forward. Right now, the heaviest snow is to the southwest of Madison, the southwestern portion of the state, and even if snow falls at moderate levels, we likely aren't going to see any accumulation on the roads, possibly on some grassy surfaces, though. Now, looking at the snowfall reports so far, northern and northeastern parts of our area saw over 8 inches reported, and there were 6 inches reported in the southwestern portion of our area, the eastern portion. So a lot of areas did see decent amount of snowfall. And looking at the snowfall reports around Dane County, we saw around 4 to 7 inches. But there is a possibility that some of these reports are less than what we received simply because the snow melted pretty quickly, and it's possible that the reports were taken after the snow had already melted. On top of the snowfall, the other hazard we've been seeing is the gusty winds. Right now, wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour, so not as bad as they were earlier in the day, but there's still a wind advisory in effect for western and northwestern portions of our area until 10 p.m. But I'll have more details on the forecast and talk about when the rain and snow will end coming up a bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather.
In Iowa County, Dodgeville police are looking for 2 teens who were reported missing early this afternoon. This is 16-year-old Holly Gurton. She left her residence on Monday in the city of Dodgeville, described as 5 feet 4 inches tall, blue eyes, brown hair. She is likely with a 17-year-old named Jonathan Lindahl, who is described as 6'2" with blonde hair, blue eyes. If you have any information, you're asked to call Dodgeville Police 608-935-5950.
New tonight at 5, we now know when Dane County Executive Joe Parisi plans to officially retire. His office announcing today that Friday, May 3rd, will be his last day on the job. Parisi has led Dane County since 2011. Before serving as county executive, he spent 6 years representing Wisconsin's 48th district in the state assembly. He also served as Dane County clerk from 1996 to 2004. Voters will get a chance to choose Parisi's successor later this year. Former state Senate Democratic leader Melissa Agard, Supervisor Dana Pellebon, Alder Regina Vitiver, and Director of Dane County Office for Equity and Inclusion, Wes Sparkman, have all announced campaigns for this role.
Well, there was a lot on last night's ballot for many Wisconsinites.
Some of the lesser-known races, the votes for school referenda, still have major impacts on local schools. Political reporter Will Keneally has a breakdown of what we saw last night. Will?
Well, we've seen school districts turn to these referenda more and more in recent years as they face rising costs. But as we saw last night, those aren't guaranteed.
So we were hoping for the referendum to, of course, be successful yesterday.
The Beloit district administrator, well, he was hoping to wake up to a different result Wednesday morning. Voters in his district rejected a referendum that would have boosted district money by $9 million a year for the next 3 years. It was voted down 60-40.
We still have those needs that we have for our students. And that's something that we'll have to, of course, address here in the next few months.
District Administrator Willie Garrison says there will be tough conversations ahead for the district as they determine where to make cuts.
So supporting our classrooms, maintaining our facilities, maintaining a fair and equal wage for our staff, and of course maintaining our course offerings. Those were the big buckets that we were looking at. And of course, without those monies, naturally we have the needs that are still there.
Beloit held what's called an operating referendum, where it asks local taxpayers to help support the district broadly. That's different from a capital or issue debt referendum, which is used to improve facilities. This is not the first time Beloit has gone to referendum, asking voters for more funds just last year.
There are some of the things that you do to, to campaign. You talk about what you did do in between two campaigns, but there's still a need for us to, come back to this conversation again.
Now, we're still waiting for final results in many of those races, but of the races that are called, half of those referenda were rejected. You can see the full list online at channel3000.com under the election results tab.
Will, thank you. Turning to the results of last night's primary in Wisconsin, looking at the candidates running for president. On the Democrat side, the Associated Press calling Wisconsin for President Biden shortly after the polls closed at 8 last night. And for the Republicans, former President Trump was also declared the winner shortly after the polls closed.
Well, while President Biden secured enough delegates to win the Democratic Party's nomination several weeks ago, there is a third-party candidate who could shake things up for Democrats come November. Wisconsin remains one of the tightest battlegrounds of all, but in the rematch with President Biden and President Trump comes a new wild card, an independent Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Long before it's clear where Kennedy qualifies for the ballot as an independent candidate, he is at the center of considerable hand-wringing over whose support he may tap into.
Let's see how the third parties develop, but Bobby Jr. is the one I'd be most concerned with.
Back in 2020, President Biden won Wisconsin by fewer than 21,000 votes with no Green Party candidate on the ballot. Anthony Gray is pleased to see Democrats taking Kennedy seriously and challenging his views, particularly given the razor-thin margins of presidential races here.
In addition to having such a fabulous Democratic name, has actually done some good work, particularly in the environmental space. The problem is that he now traffics in conspiracy theories, particularly around vaccines.
And back in 2016, Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton by nearly 23,000 votes, and that was with Jill Stein winning more than 30,000 votes.
Yesterday, voters also approved 2 constitutional amendments that will change how elections work in our state. Private donations for elections are now banned in Wisconsin. According to the National Conference of State Legislatures, Wisconsin now joins more than 24 states that have banned or otherwise regulated private donations for elections. Voters also approved a second amendment that would allow only officials designated by state law to administer elections.
Governor Tony Evers, along with the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development, announced today nearly $500,000 in grants for technical education equipment for state high school students. Now, the grants from the Wisconsin Fast Forward program will train roughly 3,000 students in career paths involving robotics, welding, plasma cutting, 3D printing, and drones. The students will train in advanced manufacturing fields while obtaining dual enrollment credits. A warning to those of you who live in the town of Westport, a boil water advisory is in effect in the farm and prairie developments. Bishop's Bay's water system experienced a loss of pressure today due to a contractor accidentally closing a valve. We're told everything has been repaired. The valve has been turned back on. The pressure now restored. The town of Westport's website has a list of impacted streets.
The total solar eclipse is less than a week away, and if you want to take part in the rare event, you want to take precautions to keep yourself safe. SSM Health is warning potential eclipse chasers to be careful. Looking at the eclipse without protection can damage your vision. That's because as the sun eclipses, the ultraviolet light becomes more intense and can burn the part of your eye that senses light. If you do want to partake, make sure to have the correct eyewear.
If you're considering viewing the solar eclipse with a binocular, a camera, or a telescope, I would recommend they need to have the right kind of filter inbuilt in them.
If you don't have any protective eyewear, doctors recommend look away so you don't damage your eyes, and make sure to watch your kids who are obviously very excited about watching this.
Although the weather might not help all that excitement, the Madison staple is returning next weekend. Saturdays on the Square will be making a comeback for 2024. The weekly market is billed as one of the largest producers-only farmers markets, regularly bringing in more than 200 vendors. The market will run every Saturday, 6:15 in the morning to 1:45 in the afternoon, held at the Capitol every weekend, except for one exception. The market will be held at Breeze Stevens on July 13th. And next tonight, good news for any of you looking to watch the Bucks tonight. They'll be on our airwaves once again. The Deer welcoming in the Memphis Grizzlies on television, Wisconsin. That's 3.2 over the air. The Bucks are looking to even up this season series with the Grizzlies, who got the best of the Deer back in February. Tip off 7 o'clock. And a reminder, after tonight's matchup, the Deer will only be on our airwaves 3 more times the rest of the season. And if you're looking to catch the Bucks in person but can't do so in the regular season, single game playoff tickets went on sale this afternoon at 1. You can find those tickets through the Bucks website. First round playoff games will begin in just a few weeks on April 20th. And still ahead, Jacob's back with our complete first warn forecast as we start to dig out of all this slush.
In parts of the country, they were dealing with much worse weather. We'll see the destruction left behind by storms that aren't done yet as they push eastward.
Going to check at Wall Street. The Dow falls for a third straight day, down 43 points, with the Nasdaq up 37. S&P 500 adds almost 6, and we'll be right back.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to work in the yard, tackle a project, or enjoy family time, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with $100 spent on estate fertilizer, like $10 off all new Estate Premium 4-in-1 lawn treatment with 4 benefits: crabgrass prevention and contact killer, broadleaf weed control, and lawn fertilizer, all in one application. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Like a bowl of cherries, life in Attic Angel is healthy and sweet. Our independent and assisted living lifestyles include newly renovated apartments, engaging social activities, and wellness support that is tailored to you. As time marches on, we promote the idea that life can always be a bowl of cherries. Attic Angel Community, the house that angels built.
Upgrade your garage, patio, or basement this spring with our beautiful cutting-edge concrete coatings. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy and guaranteed to increase your home's value. For a limited time, save up to $500 off your project. Plus, call during this program to see if you qualify for payments starting at just $30 a month.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the Madison area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you or give us a call and ask us about our Earth Day promo.
Snow delayed and diverted several flights from Dane County's airport last night. Catherine Merck checks out how the operation is getting safely back on track. Then Will Keneally walks us through options for the school districts that didn't get a referendum passed. That's tonight at 6.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. Here's a look at the aftermath in Taiwan after the strongest earthquake in 25 years rocked the island. At least 9 people are dead and more than 1,000 are injured. The deadly earthquake hit as commuters were making their way to work and school on the island of 23 million people. The impact was so strong it was felt in neighboring China. Authorities issued tsunami warnings in Taiwan and Japan. Both have since been lifted. Crews have worked around the clock to rescue dozens of people trapped inside buildings, tunnels, and even a coal mine.
Violent storms brought widespread destruction through the middle of the country yesterday, and they are not done just yet. With storm warnings in effect for several states in New England as well, thousands of homes and businesses are in the dark. Others are sifting through some major property damage. Dave Malkoff reports.
The severe weather outbreak left a path of destruction in parts of the Midwest.
Oh, dear Lord.
And in the South, spinning up tornadoes as it pushed across the country.
Holy!
In the town of Sunbright, Tennessee, north of Knoxville, damage is everywhere. But Alexis Hamby feels lucky her family is alive.
We really about lost our life.
With their 4-year-old in his arms, her husband Noah grabbed onto the hoodie of her sweatshirt to keep the force of the tornado from pulling her and her 6-month-old away.
He had me by the hood of my jacket, was like choking me, trying to get me in, and our neighbor grabbed all 4 of us and pulled us in his basement door.
The powerful storm spawned multiple tornadoes in Kentucky, where 1 person died in a storm-related car accident.
While we've lost 1 young man, which is again a tragedy, having no other reports of significant injuries right now is pretty incredible.
In several states, including Georgia, trees were ripped from the ground, including one that just missed this historic church.
All the damage we still counted as joy. I mean, you know, because it could have been worse.
New England residents are now facing a mix of rain and snow with the threat of rising waters and dangerous winds as the storm marches east. Dave Malkoff, CBS News, Sunbright, Tennessee.
Well, back here, we got plenty of that heavy, wet snow, but it's calming down a bit. Your first warn forecast now. Here's Jacob.
Yeah, if you need a reminder as to just how bad it was over that brief period late yesterday afternoon, here's a photo from Middleton. Complete whiteout conditions occurred over the course of about 3 to 4 hours, and the snow accumulated very quickly on the roads and on the trees, and it actually caused a few tree branches to fall down. Now, looking forward, the 3 things you need to know show some flurries expected to continue tonight into Thursday, possibly even some sprinkles Thursday afternoon as the temperatures warm up. But we are going to be dry for Friday and Saturday, but because of that snow packed, we are likely going to see the temperatures remain cool going through the weekend. So looking at the current radar, still seeing some light snow across our area, also seeing a few locations to the southeast, seeing some rain mixed in. And as I mentioned earlier, there is a flood watch in effect for Janesville and a flood warning in effect for the rivers near Beloit and Broadhead. The flood level there is 9 feet, and it has exceeded that. So these are in effect until Sunday. It's possible that they get expanded a little further. So just be aware that there is a flood concern for portions of Greene and Rock counties. Now, looking at the future track radar, some snow is expected to continue overnight. Very light, I should point out. In fact, a lot of our area will be dry through a good portion of the night, but we could see another round of snow move through our area tomorrow morning, likely not until sunrise and afterwards. And we could see some moderate snow from this round of snowfall, but we still aren't expecting any accumulation. And as we get to the afternoon, we'll continue to see some flurries, and some of those flurries may mix in with some rain, but the precipitation tomorrow after that morning round will be very light. And as we get towards the evening, it will begin to wrap up, and it looks like we'll finally see this system clear out of our area completely by the time we get to Thursday night and Friday, and then sunshine is expected late Friday rather into Saturday. So snowfall going forward will likely be less than an inch, and it certainly will be around 0 for the roads, possibly 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch of snow on the grassy surfaces, but really it is not going to accumulate much more going forward, which is why we have ended the alert day. Now, we still have a wind advisory in effect for the western and northwestern portions of our area. And if we look at the current wind gusts, right now around 40 miles per hour. So it is still windy, and it's going to continue to be windy through the evening, but overnight it will begin to get better with wind gusts around 30 miles per hour. During the day tomorrow, though, we are still going to see some breezy conditions, not nearly as bad as it has been today. And as we get towards the evening tomorrow, it will get better, and then even bit better as we get towards Friday. Now, looking at the temperatures during this whole time, they will peak in the lower 40s to upper 30s, maybe upper 40s for the weekend, but still going to be below average. And then next week, we are going to see those temperatures rise back above average with highs around 60. But we do have other chances of precipitation in the 10-day forecast. We have a good chance of rain on Sunday, and that could last into Monday as temperatures rise. Possibly even a small chance of a mix Sunday morning, but we aren't expecting any accumulation at this time. But for Wednesday and Thursday, there's another round of precipitation likely as temperatures stay pretty consistent from Monday through Saturday of next week, as we will consistently see those highs near 60. Now, for your first warn traffic, a lot of people stayed home today, so the roads pretty much no traffic right now around Madison. And if we take a look specifically at times, eastbound and westbound Beltline, just about perfect. 15 minutes from the interstate to University Avenue. Sun Prairie to downtown, also in the green at 18 minutes. And that's your first warn traffic.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Coming up next at 5, women's sports are at an all-time high. Breaking viewership records will show how business owners are adapting to show the growing popularity of women's sports to fans. That's next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get an 11% rebate on Minwax products from Menards. Protect your projects with a top coat finish. Fast-drying polyurethane provides long-lasting protection for all types of wood surfaces. A quart is on sale for $14.48 plus 11% rebate. Minwax polyacrylic is a fast-drying, water-based protective wood finish that adds beauty to woodwork, furniture, doors, and cabinets. A quart is on sale for $20.78 plus 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee, tea, wine, or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first 5-minute application. Better yet, after a week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs are easier on your gums and cause less sensitivity.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth. With the Power Swabs, I've been using them for a week, and I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night, and no problems.
Over 500,000 people have already seen incredible results. Now, it's your turn to get started with Power Swabs.
I like my smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call or go online to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. Plus, get free shipping.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures. With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
Well,
From Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes to soccer, tennis, and golf, women's sports are exploding in popularity.
Yeah, they certainly are. Michael George shows us how sports bars are changing how they do business to meet this growing demand.
Clark connects! Anyone who claimed women's sports aren't popular should count how many people are watching Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes in the NCAA tournament. Nearly 7 million, more viewers than the men's games this year.
People are paying attention not only to women's basketball, to women's sports in general. So it's great for women and girls.
Women's sports are having a moment, with viewership breaking records from college basketball to the WNBA to soccer. According to Nielsen, last year's women's NCAA tournament doubled viewership from 2022, and 6.4 million fans watched Team USA compete in the Women's World Cup. And now, sports bars are adapting to welcome the growing ranks of women's sports fans.
It's been a long time coming.
Jill Homerodian owns Blondie Sports Bar in New York City, where more women's games on the big screen TVs has meant more customers.
It's really, really heartening. And even the men are getting into it, too.
This Portland, Oregon sports bar is known for showing only women's sports. Its name, the Sports Bra.
When the Sports Bra opened, there was a lot of question marks because we were the first to do it. And from day one, it has just been, very, very busy, high demand.
Founder Jenny Wen says sports bars are waking up to a huge market that's long been ignored.
It's really a movement that I don't think we'll turn back from. I don't think there's going back from this. It's just going to get more and more awesome.
Women's sports changing the game and shattering the conventional wisdom. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And NCAA women's basketball Final Four ticket prices surged after Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes beat the defending champs LSU. The wave of enthusiasm for Caitlin and her team pushed today's average ticket price for the all-day women's Final Four in Cleveland to more than $2,600. The minimum price was about $900. The most expensive ticket for Friday's game, more than $11 grand. And Clark's stardom isn't just impacting prices. More people are watching on TV, too. 12.3 million viewers tuned into that Iowa-LSU game the other night. 16.1 million were watching at one point, and that is a ratings record for a women's college basketball game. And Susan, I've watched more of the women's tournament this year than the men's tournament. I've never done that before. Well, I got a son who's a freshman, playing football at South Carolina, and he knows some of the girls on the Gamecocks.
Right, yep. And they're in the Final
Four.
Four.
We're rooting for them, so I'm a Gamecocks fan this week.
A final check of your forecast when we come back.
I thought with everything going on, we could all use a little smile break. So this one is on Gruber Law Offices. You're welcome.
We really need new siding.
After I get my windows. Have you tried opening ours?
We're not touching the windows until we redo the roof. It's leaking.
We are not redoing the roof without getting new gutters.
The gutters can wait till I get my bathtub.
We agreed on a shower for Mom.
But I thought...
happy spouse, happy house.
Exactly.
Wait. For home improvement guaranteed to make everyone happy, everyone can agree on 1-800-HANSON's because our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters are all guaranteed for life. And our baths have a no-leak guarantee. With thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert, exceeding expectations for 35 years. Get 50% off professional installation, or no interest and no payments for 2 full years. Offer ends soon.
It's under.
Over.
Hey, happy spouse, happy house.
Call 1-800-HANSON's. Get it done.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Dad, are you
you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to work in the yard, tackle a project, or enjoy family time, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with $100 spent on Estate lawn fertilizer, like Estate Weed and Feed, $34.99. Bags of Miracle Grow potting mix, just $14.99. And all men's and women's Carhartt pocket tees, 2 for $30. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
At Gruber Law Offices, you pay us nothing until we win your case. It costs you nothing up front to get the results and compensation you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, meet America's Teacher of the Year, who's positively impacted students for more than 3 decades. Plus the surprise she got from the First Lady. That's our Heart of America tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Well, everybody likes to plan ahead. Do you have any plans yet for the 4th of July? You may want to consider this. You can enter a lottery for a chance to set sail aboard the USS Constitution, the world's oldest Navy warship.
The lottery will select at random 150 people to join the crew as they set sail in Boston Harbor. You'll also get a front row seat as the crew fires off a 21-gun salute to honor America's birthday. The lottery will remain open for a month.
Let's go to Jacob. One final check of the forecast.
That ship looks like it's from like Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's an old
one of the tall ships.
Yeah, take a look at the current radar. Still seeing some snow, and we are expected to see more light snow tonight and tomorrow. But for the most part, we really aren't going to see much accumulation for the rest of this system. So as we look at the 10-day forecast, we are going to see cool temperatures continue as well. Could get to the upper 40s by the weekend, but still below average. Near 60 for really all of next week, as we do have a good chance of rain Sunday into Monday, and then again for Wednesday and Thursday. So as you said earlier, Susan, April showers bring May flowers, and we are going to see those showers next week. Actual rain showers.
All right, Jacob, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News for Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.